Hello, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for sticking around. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make shorts with fly. These materials we're going to be using are tape rule, ruler, scissors, chalk, and fabric. This is fabric. I did the cut and paste. Like I had to cut different fabric together to create this, and I think it turned out really nice. So without any delay, let's get right into the video. So I realized that when I was making this video, for some reason my camera moved, and so I was not able to capture everything. So to rectify that, I'm going to go ahead to use another fabric to show you what I was doing in this particular clip. So please bear with me, and ensure you watch to the end of this video. Thank you for your understanding. So to start with, we are going to fold the hem of our shorts by 1.5. This would help us to properly stitch when we want to finally fix our hem. So the next thing we're going to do, because I'm going to have a band, I'm going to be taking my measurement less 1.5 inches. So I'm drawing a line now, marking off 1.5 inches. So my total length is 19 inches. So I'm going to be measuring what I'm going to be having on this particular front pattern will be 19 minus 1.5. The 1.5 is for my band, so I'm going to have a 1.5 band. I'm going to use half an inch to sew it, and so that's why I'm taking up 1.5 instead of 2 inches. Okay, the half inch is to sew in the band. So the first thing we are going to do is to place our horizontal measurement. So the vertical measurement, sorry. So the first thing I'm doing there is to mark out our crotch line, and then I'll go ahead to mark our tie line. Sorry, I'll mark a hip line, crotch line, and tie line. So that's what I'm doing currently. So to get your crotch line, you're going to measure your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1. Whatever you get is your crotch line. So I've gotten my crotch line now, my hip line. So you can take your hip line, get your hip line measurement from the person you are making the short from. So from waist to the hip, waist to the thigh, and all that. So this is basically what I mean. So I've gone ahead to mark out my vertical lines now, vertical measurements, like vertical points. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to place our horizontal measurement, so around our body measurement. So the first thing I'm going to do is to mark out our hip measurement. In this case is 38 inches divided by 4 plus 1 for seam allowance. So I've done that. I'm going to mark it on all the points. I'm going to mark it on the hip measurement. I'm going to mark it on the crotch area and the waist. So I've done that. I connected them. The next thing I'm doing here is to mark out our extension for the crotch, and to do that, it is our the measurement we got for our hip. That's what we marked initially. Divide that measurement by 4, so that will be your extension. So let's say your hip measurement is 40. So we are measuring it on your pattern. It will be 10, plus you are going to have 1 inch to it. So that 10 inch you are going to get, you are going to divide that 10 by 4. So whatever you get is going to be your extension. I hope you understand. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to extend that 90-degree on our crotch side by 1, and then curve it on that extension of 1. So for better understanding, this is what I so that's what I mean. So the next thing we are going to do now is to measure our thigh measurement. So our thigh is 23. We are going to divide that by 2, and then add 1 inch to it. So we've done that. The next thing we are going to do is to place same measurement on our hemline, but we're not going to be adding the seam allowance, that extra 1 inch. So we'll connect both points, the tie line and the hemline, like that, and just give it a curve. This is exactly what I mean. Okay, So the next thing we are going to do is to measure our waist measurement from the center front, that's the fly area. We are going to measure our waist divided by 4. Whatever your waist is divided by 4, our waist in this instance is 33. We divided that by 4 and then added like 1 inch allowance. So I'm going to go ahead now to connect it to our hip, and this is it. This is exactly what we should get. So to do our fly, we're going to collect 2 inches all the way down to our hip line, and then on the hip line we're going to curve it like so. I will highlight this so you can better understand what I mean. So once we are done with that, we'll go ahead to cut out our front pattern. So this is how you should cut out your front pattern. Be mindful of the crotch that you have created in front. So just cutting that neatly, and that's done. I'm notching the hemline. You can just go ahead and iron if you don't want to notch, but please do not notch the uh be careful where you are notching. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fold our fabric for the back pattern, ensuring that I have enough allowance above because I need 1.5 inch on the center back, and I also need to add 1 inch at the hip area, and then 2 inches on the fly area of the back. So for the back, you're not going to be adding your fly, you're going to be folding your fly, so you can use the pin to put that in place and then go ahead to do that. So I've extended my work by 1.5, and then what I'm doing now is to add 2 inches to the fly area, and I will extend my crotch area by 2 inches and bring that crotch area down by 1 inch. This is exactly what I mean. So I'm going to add 1 inch to the sides like that for extra allowance. And once we are done with that, we're going to connect our 1.5 inch extension at the back to the sides, and after that we'll go ahead to cut out our back pattern. If you watch to this point, please subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of helpful crochet tips and sewing tips as well. You would not want to miss any of that, so please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you learned something so far. So the next thing we are going to do now is to go ahead and cut our pockets. I'm going to be going back to use my Elisha fabric because I think I got a better view here. Not perfect, but is manageable. So to cut out, to fix our zip, in this instance, I'm going to first of all iron this. So this, I'm going to iron this and then take our measurement where I want my zip to end. I'm going to mark that. So my zip for this particular one, I want to end by 7 inches. So I'm going to place a marker there, and once I'm done, I'm going to join it like this and mark out half an inch because I'm going to use half an inch to join it from the point where it ends all the way under the crotch area, like so, just half an inch neatly like that. So I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what it looks like. The next thing we're going to do now is to fix our zip. Okay, our fly zip. So the next thing is to get your zip and then place it, open it up and then place it like so on your front. So that line we have initially ironed, we're going to peel our work on that particular line. If it's safer for you, you can even just draw a line with your chalk on it all the way down. So I'll go ahead and stitch this. So I've done that. I'm taking out my pins, and this is how it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and top stitch this. This is totally beginner friendly. I could have just decided to just top stitch directly, but I wanted to show you an easy and short proof way to make this fly. So to add the other part, I'm going to divide that 2 inches fly that we did. I'm going to divide it by 2, so it's going to be 1 inch on each side. Okay, so I'm dividing it by 2 now, like that. So on that line, I'm going to be sewing in my zip. Okay, I'm going to take this to my sewing machine, pin this down, take it to my sewing machine, and then I'm going to sew it down. You can actually use this pattern for a male jean, a male short, make a panel, or a female short. If you want to add that to your work, you can also do that. So I've gone ahead to sew that in, and also sewed in the 1 inch front fly, and this is what our zip looks like. If you want a more detailed video, please watch out for it. I'm going to do that. I actually forgot to go into details in this particular one, but not to worry, I'm going to do that shortly. So this is an opportunity for you to subscribe if you are yet to do that, so you don't miss out on that particular video. So the next thing we are going to do now is to cut our pocket. Our pocket to be 12 inches by 12 inches, two pieces. We're going to cut that out, and once we are done with that, we will go ahead to attach it. I am not making this video. I'm not going to be adding the pocket stitching to this video because I don't want it too long already. So I'm going to make another short. I'm going to use another short to create the pockets, like make a tutorial on that. If you would love to see it, please put in the comment section, subscribe, and hit the description bell so you don't miss out on that. So I have gone ahead to sew our pockets. In this particular place, I'm just showing you how to cut it, but again, let's not make the video too long. So I've marked out my point. I want my pocket to be 7 inches long, so I've done all that. I'll go ahead to my machine now, sew it, and by the time we get back, our pocket will be done. Please watch out for that next video. I'm going to give a detailed tutorial on it because I don't want this video to be too long. This video was just really to show you about the fly and how to make not so fitted shorts. So the next thing we are going to do is to, we've done that, we've sewn our pockets, we're going to get our back pattern and then sew the back crotch area, like the center back. And once we are done with that, we are going to come over here and attach our front pattern to it, and then go ahead to sew the sides of our shorts. So this is our front pattern. We place our zip, fly, and pockets. So we are just going to go ahead now to sew our shorts. You can try to make this short without adding your pockets, so whatever you prefer. So what I'm doing now is to go ahead to sew the hem of my shorts. Remember we ironed it or notched it earlier, so I'm going to stitch that now by 1/2 inch on both legs. And once I'm done with that, I would go ahead to sew the crotch area, the leg part of the crotch area for both sides. Okay, so if you watched so far, thank you. So this I'm going to make my band now. The band, I'm going to be cutting the length of the waist. So I'm going to measure the waist, waist measurement of the shorts. I'm going to use that to cut this. This is 4 inches, and when it's on fold is 2 inches. I'm going to sew in the ends. I think I should just make another video on this because this video gets too long if I have to go into details. But yeah, so I'm gonna ahead to sew this. This is like a short proof way to sew it. Please watch out for this video because I learned this the hard way and I would love to share with you. So add your air stay to your band. It will help your band stay in place, and then go ahead to sew, pin it around your short. I've gone ahead to pin it all around and also sew it. The next thing I'm going to do is to just stop stitch it around again for a better finished work. So yeah, voiceover is not easy, but what we gotta do, we gotta do it. Okay, if you find voiceover is like, you need to tell me the trick, please tell me in the comment section, and I would also love to hear from you where you are watching from. Thank you as leave your comment. So the next thing we're going to do now is to rock our shorts. We are done with it. I'm going to go ahead and press this, iron it, wear it, and I will show you what it looks like.